We should be live on your channel, huh? So
And I think we're live, Didi.
are we live for sure, Sean?
We might be live. Can someone tell us if we're live? We're live. We're live. I think we're live,
Didi. Who's telling you that we are live? Of course we are live.
Me. I'm watching us. Hello, everyone. Jordan, welcome, Mr. Gonzai. Yeah. And I think we're live, Didi.
Oh, I hear a double echo now. I hate hearing my own voice.
We're in there, mate. So what's happening? I heard a rumor you sold all your Bitcoin. You're buying not a Lambo, but a Ferrari, and working for a bank these days. Is that true?
At the moment, yes. I sold all my Bitcoins. I bought a house, and I bought apartments and real estate and gold and silver, and fuck off. Of course not. That would be the most restarted move that you could do at the moment. But yeah, some people prefer a house and real estate and gold and silver. I respect them, but no, that's not my move. Sorry, Sean.
Good to see you again, my friend. I always love having a chat with you, the man that went all in. My first ever video. God, how many years ago now? It seems like a long time.
I think it's already like 3-4 years ago, Sean. I think it was the best video ever, on the white beach with the palm trees, women with bikinis on the background. What more do we want? That was like the ultimate view of Bitcoin live. Now we're all locked down.
Oh dear, I'm not. I'm enjoying some freedom down here in New Zealand at the moment. Loving every minute of it.
Deserve it. You deserve it after the lockdown in Singapore for like a year almost, huh?
Was half of the year without seeing another human being. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Anyway, let's get down to business here, Didi. So the Bitcoin price has obviously been jumping around a bit. I've been watching your videos. Link below to Didi's channel, people. He makes outstanding content on the regular. Funny story. I was around at a friend's house here in New Zealand on Sunday, and he had one of your Raspberry Pis. Got his code.
Don't get me started.
So we're gonna have a look at that shortly. Let people know how they can get one themselves, and also have a look at your BAM indicator. But look, we've had some wild swings in the last 24 hours. Not that that's amazing in Bitcoin, but nearly a 10% play there. You did a video a couple of days ago about miners selling off. It appears like we've still had some of that out of China, especially. I think they've just finished their wet season. So it's time to take a bit of profit, which they typically do around this time of year, and upgrade machines, etc. Or do you think there's more to the sell-off? Is it people waiting to see what the Biden exchange is going to do? That's the other thing getting floated around. Where do you think we're at sort of fundamentally at the moment?
Well, I think fundamentally they are all doubting at the moment. They are doubting if we reach the top already, and they all want to take profit, because a lot of rumors are talking about we might fall back to 25 or 24K. That would be a 40% crash. So I think a lot of these miners, and I don't know when Chinese New Year is. Is that also not upcoming? Always around this period somewhere?
Oh, I should know this, shouldn't I?
Yeah, because it's like it's every year again around this Chinese New Year we see this dump. So
we've got Maggie from Singapore. Not that Singapore's China, but they certainly celebrate it there. Maggie, when's Chinese New Year? Can you let us know?
Normally I know it as well, Sean, but I was so busy the last 2 weeks I didn't pay attention. But normally we see a dump around that Chinese New Year, or they take profits or whatever they do. But and you could see the outflow of the huge of the miners, of course, on the chart that I shared. It was like, okay, that was a huge peak. Yeah, that was like as if they were selling all their. It was F2 pool that was dumping all the Bitcoins.
12th of February, by the way, Didi, is Chinese New Year.
Yeah, so we are almost there. Yeah, so that's there's also always volatility around that date. I don't know why, but it's always. Maybe they need to close the books because of the taxing and everything for the next year. I don't know what they do, but I think fundamentally we are just getting started, Sean. There are so many big players joining the game that I really start to realize that Bitcoin is becoming what we already were shouting for 4 years. You know, when we were still crazy drinking Bacardi Coke on an island on Kopangan and talking in those bars, this is becoming the truth. It's becoming the 21st century gold that you can use as a peer-to-peer cash and that you can trade as a stock or any other asset. And that's very unique. We have never experienced this before as humanity. So I think that this institutional FOMO will drive Bitcoin way much
Yeah,
higher than we
I
are tomorrow.
agree. You know, we've been very excited about the institutions coming in. You know, we've had Michael Saylor, obviously. I think he's taken as a corporate treasury, or he's effectively made about 1.3 billion, is my understanding from his investment so far. He's been buying these dips. We've had a couple of other big players buying dips as well. To what degree do you think 30,000 is a really strong support here? Or, you know, I heard you mention in your video earlier today that as far as a leverage trade, you're probably waiting to see a breakout. We've obviously got that descending triangle at the moment, so we're probably highly likely to see some action pretty shortly. Do you think it's going to be to the upside, or are we going down? Might be a good time to
Yeah, you know,
have a look at a chart shortly.
I'm wearing always two hats, Sean. So I'm wearing the hodler hat and I'm wearing the trader hat as well.
Has your trader hat got
I
big
think this is
flashing
the chart
lights?
you. No, not at all.
I
Not
know
at
you
all.
like a
Because
flutter,
I'm
Didi.
not.
I know you're a big time hodler, but I know you like a flutter too. So tell us about your flutter. What are you
You know,
seeing?
I'm just seeing this. This chart is already on my screen for a couple of weeks. I've been talking about it in the YouTube videos. This is a 4-hour chart. I think we are beautifully moving inside this pattern. I can see this small trend line coming up now here because we are creating a higher low every time and also a higher high. So I expect maybe to reach another higher high around this 34,600. And then it becomes exciting. I think, are we going to break out here to the upside? And we would break out this huge move over here, which could bring us to 44K. Or indeed, are we going to go down here again and break to the downside, break the support of 30K, which I think is really difficult because there's a lot of buy orders at 30K at the moment. But if we would break it, I think it would fall to 27K, and at least then the end, yeah, this is the area everybody else is talking about, that we could fall all the way back to 24K. Um, I I really don't want to see this happening. I can't see this happening because in the first week of February, and I think that is a very important one. We are this Sunday. We are going to close this monthly chart, huh?
Mm.
So
We've also got an
let's.
important date coming up, 4th of February. We've got $4 billion worth of options expiring.
Yeah,
It's certainly very much in favour of longs there. So how that might affect things, obviously, it sort of coincides with the bottom of that triangle as well, which is going to be interesting. So what do you got
yeah. I
here?
think it's exactly at the end of this triangle. And if you look at this chart, this is the monthly chart. This is the BLX. Then this candle that we are closing Sunday could be very important because if we are going to close this candle around 29,000, then it would be a gravestone doji, which means a reversal in the market on the monthly time frame, which not makes me scared, or I'm not freaking out, because then I still see us going back indeed to 25K and move around this area before we break up again, because I am comparing all these moves to the 2017 move, and I will show you that as well. But if we would close around 29, like, then you get this type of doji, which normally means a reversal in the monthly. So that's why Sunday is, I think, a very important moment. If I need to, I can do it better like this. If we look at this, let's take this one. This is the BAM indicator. Wait, I will switch to this one for a second.
I'm keen to have a very good chat on your BAM indicator tonight. I'm about to leap back. I've just been spot trading alts recently, but a bit of leverage action on BTC is just around the corner.
Yeah, we can have a we can have a chat about the BAM indicator if you want as well. But I'm searching one chart. Sorry, Sean, that it's taking this long. Oh, we are
That's
live,
fine.
of course. Oh, it's completely terrible. So if we take a look at this one, I will zoom out because this is the 4-hour chart we are now looking at. This middle line, I think, is an important line. And if I zoom out to, let's say, to the weekly, then you probably understand what I'm saying, because this midline, this is the midline of the logarithmic growth curve. That's already there. This curve is the curve that's coming from
Yeah,
2009.
this is what we spoke about at length in our last video. I think this is a fascinating metric to look at. So yeah, if you could explain that to the
And
audience again.
yeah, we are exactly at that line. We are still fighting this line, and we were fighting this line also in 2017. So for me, this is the line I'm really looking closely at. And if we would repeat, I need to do it over here. Sorry, if we would repeat this move in 2017, Sean, you can exactly see what is happening. Then we would be at this move, and we did form the same pattern of triangle over here, and we did see a
Yep.
huge drop of 20% from the bottom of this triangle. So we did drop at that moment from 23 to up about 1800. If we would compare these two moves, then we would be doing the same move around here because it's around this midline area. If we would drop 20%, we would drop indeed to 20K, 24K. And then we would again, that would be, sorry, it would be this drop over here. Sorry, I drew it over there, but I should have been drawing it over here. And then it would return to the upside to fight this midline again over here. And then we will see this explosive move. So then we will see this explosive move to 120K, the top of this line, which then already could be, between April and July, which in my opinion is too early because we normally top out in December. So it's a difficult, it's not completely clear what is happening at the moment, but there is a chance that we could drop to that level. I am not seeing it. I'm not believing it because I really believe that these institutional investors at the moment are buying up those dips.
Yeah.
And that's what we see in the charts, because every time when we try to break this 30K level, on this one, every time we try to break this 30K level, Sean, we just bounce. We try to break it here, we bounce. We try to break it here, we bounce. We try to break it here, we bounce. So it's it's becoming very exciting to see what will happen, because you are talking about the 4th of February, and that is exactly here.
Yep.
All of these things are coming together: the monthly close, the opening, the expiry of all these options. I think that is now next Friday. It's more a few billion. So yeah, very exciting to see what happens. Again, I know, don't freak out, Sean, because I believe that whatever happens, if we might break out here, we always come back to retest before we go up again. And in the same way, if we break downwards, we will come back to retest and then go down. So for me, there's always a trading opportunity.
Luckily, exactly. I think they're both going to be the obvious trades, aren't they? Whether it's up or down. I think we're fairly clear on what those levels are. I'm certainly a fan of picking up some cheaper Bitcoin, but I think that breakout to the upside is also going to be a pretty good trade.
I think as well. And to be very honest, you do a lot of shows with Lisa. She is a damn good trader. I'm just a dude that went into Bitcoin all in and learned to trade afterwards. And that's also the reason I'm a very emotional person. That's why I use the BAM indicator. Because I can't depend on my emotions when I'm trading, because that's
those emotions and trading do not go together, do they? Not in the slightest.
They don't go together, and drinking and trading doesn't go together as well. I do drink now and then my Bacardi Coke, Sean. So it's different. It's very it's not good to trade, and that is why I use the BAM indicator. That's just the only reason. I can show you if you want.
Yes, yeah. As I say, I know a few people that from my circle that are actually using it. I had a look at it with you last time. I'm jumping back into some Bitcoin trading next week, so I'm intrigued to learn more about this.
Yeah, there are two different things, John. So if you have time, I will want to explain something very clearly, because we was just the Bitcoin family. We have an own token. This token was just launched on CoinGecko. I'm getting crazy of the messages at the moment because I didn't even know we were launching on CoinGecko, and bam, we were there. Um, the whole idea behind the Bitcoin family is create a financial model where we earn fees by creating projects and use these fees to support poor people all over the world. Show this in YouTube videos, and by this, lead by example and show the world what we are doing. A few of these projects um, that will fund this fund. So we started a trust fund. This fund will be filled with all the projects profits we make, and this fund we will use to share. And that is what we do as the big Bitcoin family. Everybody that is helping us is the Bitcoin family and will help us help others. And by this, lead by example. And a few of those projects we already started. One of them is the BAM indicator. The BAM indicator is this one. Then we started another one that's the name is BFET. That is the Bitcoin family automated trader. And we are going to launch another project at the end of this week or the beginning
There's
of
one
next
in
week.
New Zealand, Didi. I saw it on Sunday. Hopefully I'm not just the second purchase.
So,
I don't know if Scott's watching. Shout out to him if he is. I think he was going to join us. He's got one of yours in his house.
yeah,
Saw it on Sunday afternoon.
yeah. So the BAM indicator we are already using for some time, and this one is like really working well. The BFET we just launched this week. We have some startup issues of a lot of questions of people because it's an automated trader. People think they will be rich in a minute but it's a long-term compounding trader. Yeah, so but it's working at the moment, and the BAM indicator is manually trading. The BFET, that's the automated trader, is automated trading. And we will launch another project this week that is called a spot trader, that is to use an indicator to just buy and sell Bitcoins. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to educate people from the beginning, paper trading. Then we take them from paper trading into spot trading, just buy and hold Bitcoin and sell at the right moment, because then they don't lose because of leverage. And if
Yep.
they are educated enough, we take them to leverage trading. And if they don't like to trade any of them, they can use the automated trading. But the
Okay.
fees we are making with all these projects, they are going into this fund that we will use as the Bitcoin family to help people all over the world and to create projects again for people all over the world.
Yeah, Didi,
Very
look,
simple.
you're absolutely awesome on that front. I've the entire time I've known you, I've seen how much you do give back. A bit of a rarity in the crypto space. So I'm all for helping promote what you guys do. On that note, people, there is a link below to the BAM indicator if you want to check it out. I've had some rave reviews about your Discord as well. Got a great little community over on your
Yeah.
channel, so do check that out, people.
Yeah, so and indeed the Discord is growing. I think we are almost 2,500 members now on Discord, chatting about Bitcoin, blockchain, and life every day. Really cool community, really cool family, I should call it, because it's my
Yep.
family. The BAM indicator works on any time frame. This is the Bitcoin chart. This is the 15-minute time frame, and it works very simple, Sean. You have the BAM
What
indicator
level
one.
of trader do you think this is? What I mean, what who do you think it's designed for? Who's using it at the moment?
At the moment, everybody is using it. So from starter, from beginner to very experienced trader. But because we noticed that the people that just starting with trading have some problems with leverage because of fear. They go into a trade but they don't know when to take profit or stop loss. We designed the spot trader as well for the beginners, so they understand that they cannot lose their Bitcoins, because people need to understand that spot trading, you just buy Bitcoin. For example, you buy Bitcoin over here at 31,000 because it says a long, and you sell Bitcoin over here at 32,000. So is $1,000 profit with if you trade with one Bitcoin. Of course, if you just trade with 0.1 Bitcoin, it's $100 profit.
Yep.
So we are teaching the people to not be afraid of the BAM indicator and to start to trust the indicator because of spot trading. Then when they are advanced, we will take them to leverage trading. And we always trade with 1% of the Bitcoin price with only a leverage of 10. So we are not stopped out that quickly.
Yep.
And then you can see that if you, for example, take this long, This was yesterday around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The BAM indicator is giving a long signal, the flag. This signal will be sent to your telephone or to your Discord or to your Telegram, whatever, and will tell you, look at the charts now because we're going to see a long. You will receive this signal, you will go to the charts, and you will see this long flag. That is not the moment we take the trade. We wait. We wait for a triple confirmation. We wait for this green candle to close above this yellow stepping line, which is above here. At the same time, we can see this BAM indicator here crossing the white line, which is also the second confirmation of taking this trade. And we can also see the sand and the sea. This is the area where the bulls don't like to play, turning into green, the hills and the grass. This is where the bulls want to play. So this would be the moment for us to take the trade. We would enter the trade with a 10 leverage at 31,500. Let's say it like this. At the moment we see a short flag, we get again this signal. We already get a signal here because the blue line is crossing this green line. Then we see the short flag, and we can start to look at the charts again because we are getting like this attention. We could go into a short. We could need to exit this trade. If you want to play it safe, you just exit at the moment you see this green going into red. And you can see if you do an exit later, then you exit when this crosses the yellow line, but then your profit is less. But let's say you just stay in because you have a trading stop loss and you stopped out because this candle is closing down below this line.
So, Didi, question: if for people who use the indicator, these signals are coming up automatically. You're seeing the short flag come up, or could you explain a bit more about that? Or do they need to sort of interpret this and go into the Discord and what's sort of the
no, these, if you buy the indicator, then these flags will be added to your trading view charts, to any chart. If you use Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tesla, gold, whatever chart the indicator works for.
Fantastic.
If you want to have automated signals, then you need to join the Discord server because the signals are sent from the Discord server. If you have an advanced subscription to TradingView, you can also auto set these trading signals yourself so that they go to your Telegram or your email or whatever. But there are multiple ways of setting these alarms.
Okay.
But like you can see, this trade would have been a very safe trade from here to there, which would be 1.9% profit with a leverage of 90%. So this BAM indicator makes you 20% with this one trade on the 26th. And that is how we treat the market. This, then the next trade, just to give you an example, could have been this short, but I would never take this short because we will only take the short when this candle closes down below the yellow stepping line. And when this yellow stepping line is going sideways like this, we will never take this short because there is no blue sea, there is no volume, no support, and we didn't cross this red line. So it's always this triple combination. And then here we can see it happening again. The long candle closing above the yellow stepping line, crossing the white line, the sand going into the green. The Trinity line is the same as a traffic light, green, amber, red. That's the correct combination. That is a definite long. So we take this long. And again, it's a profit of like a few percent times the leverage of 10. So that's how easy the BAM indicator works. And it works on the 15-minute, it works on the 30 minutes, and the 4-hour. It works on Ethereum. And sometimes it works even more better on Ethereum because of Ethereum is like, it seems to be easier trading.
Didi, has your trading increased? I know you're going into winter there in Portugal. Are you stuck indoors with the family trading away, or?
No, I wish. No, I only, to be honest, mostly I trade the 4-hour chart nowadays because I just don't have the time anymore. Because the Bitcoin family project is really growing very fast and there is a lot of work involved. And you know, Sean, I still want to just enjoy life. I still want to be on the beach and do my thing, and I still create YouTube videos every day. So there's a lot of time that goes in that. I figured out, Sean, I want to help other people in the world, and I can do this by doing this myself, or I create projects. Because let's be very clear and very transparent here. Everybody that signs up to our indicator signs up through our referral links to exchanges. On these exchanges, we as the Bitcoin family earn a little bit fees because people trade. So I figured out if I use all people's, if I get people to trade on using my referral link as a Bitcoin family, we will make a lot of fees on these exchanges. And these fees, I don't want them. I can use those fees to share them with other people. So people keep doing what they always do. They trade. They only click my referral link to trade. By this, they help the huge Bitcoin family grow even more. We can give away to poor people. We can show this again to the world, leading by example. Bitcoin is not only there to become wealthy yourself, but also to make it even, create an even wealth around the world. Also for the poor people, to give them access to the monetary system. And that is how this community will evolve and become bigger and bigger, because they just do what they love to do. They love to trade, and we
Yeah.
love to share. So that is how they become part of the family. And that is why we are developing all these projects. We just want to use those fees for good things in life. And that
Well, I've
resulted
known you
now.
for a good number of years now, Didi, and yeah, you just not amaze me anymore because I've seen it so often. You guys really do give back a hell of a lot. We need more of that, especially at the moment.
Yeah, no,
So good on you.
at the moment it's a strange world where we're living, but we need to see it positive. And it's also yeah, we a lot of people now also woke up and saw that that they should change life, because you never know when you get locked down or locked up or whatever. Just need to live every day. And yeah, that's other discussion. That's more political, and my strong feeling about that. So I won't talk about that, because then we will get
Oh no, we'll have it. We'll get into some more sort of general stuff on life in a moment. But okay, I think for everyone watching, we're my position on BTC, especially for a leverage trade at the moment. I'm really, it's a bit of a wait and see for me at the moment. It's going to break in one direction, and I think it's going to break pretty significantly, whichever way it is, certainly in the next week or so. So let's see how that goes. Ethereum, we have seen some massive inflows into Ethereum in January.
Yeah.
How's it looking at your balanced portfolio? What are your thoughts on it?
So I started adding Ethereum to my portfolio when Ethereum was around 600. I also said it that at that time in my YouTube videos, guys. Ethereum is at 600. Bitcoin already doubled now from its previous all-time high 20K to 40K. Ethereum will copy Bitcoin's move. So if you want to get into Bitcoin, that was the moment I was exchanging some Bitcoins to Ethereum. And yeah, Ethereum went now to 1400, dropped back a little bit. I expect Ethereum to grow far much higher, because understand, Bitcoin surpassed its all-time high of 20K and doubled that one. Ethereum started to copy the first move in reaching an all-time high. I expect Ethereum to copy the second move as well. I think Ethereum will also try to double its previous all-time high, which would bring Ethereum to 2,800 US dollar. And even if we underperform, then we would still see Ethereum going to, for example, $2,000, which would be a normal level for Ethereum to reach. And I think if you, I was in yesterday's video or the day before, I had a chart on how you could see that Ethereum was outperforming Bitcoin at the moment. In the last 3 months of 2020, Bitcoin, of course, outperformed Ethereum because of the huge run. But the rest of 2020, Ethereum was outperforming Bitcoin, kind of. And now the first month, of course, Ethereum is outperforming. Wait, I have the chart here. I can share it with you if you want.
Absolutely. I'll just do a few shout outs while you're bringing that up, Didi. Hello, Vlad, Maggie, Crypto, love it. Great job on the Coin Gecko listing on Family Token from him. Didi, how does the value of Family Token increase? We'll get to that in the moment, sir. Someone is saying, yep, well, Ethereum's going to pump hard. I agree. So yeah, let's have a look at this this ETH chart, Didi. And if you haven't hit the like button yet, people, please do that. Let people know we're here.
Thumbs up, share it, and all that stuff. Give Sean some love. HardForking. It's a
what
very
do we got
simple.
Here?
It's a very simple chart. You see the monthly returns of Bitcoin and Ethereum in the last 12 months. So you can see the blue is Ethereum, the yellow is Bitcoin, of course. And you can see in 2020, Ethereum was outperforming Bitcoin almost every month. Only this month Bitcoin was better. This month Ethereum was better. Ethereum was better. Ethereum was better. Ethereum was better. It was only up to the last 3 months here, October,
Mhm.
that Bitcoin started to outperform Ethereum, and here, of course, also. And now in January, we can see that if you look at monthly returns, Ethereum is way ahead of Bitcoin.
Mm.
So I think that this 80% over here, we should compare it to, let's say, the move of Bitcoin over there. This was the move that Bitcoin started to like really outperform Ethereum because of the run of the beginning, and here even more. And this is the first month I think that Ethereum starts to really outperform Bitcoin because it still needs to double. So I think February and March, I think Ethereum will easily reach 10K. 2K, sorry, 10K. The 2K. And but there are some people, I don't know if you saw the videos, they expect, like, I think it was Bitmore Boy and Carl the Moon, they expect Ethereum to go 20 to 26K this year. I don't know,
Uh, Well, look, I mean, there's a number of things happening here. Obviously, we've had a huge amount of high net worth individuals and institutions come into the space. They've clearly understood that digital gold narrative that's really taken hold strongly, especially over the last 12 months around Bitcoin. They get it. Anti-inflationary, all this money printing, etc. They're buying that up left, right, and center. As with any market, this is true of all markets. They go through those phases where, the bellwether investors will move to the next tier down. Where's the next 5x? Where's the next 10x? I think we're seeing that action in Ethereum at the moment. We're also seeing, someone like Raoul Paul, who is talking in terms of, buying 10 altcoins now. And I think a lot of the more astute investors are playing that game. And we've obviously seen the Bitcoin dominance come down to 60% the other day, very, very low figure. So, clearly a lot of money is going into alts. I mean, we know those cycles, it'll come back into Bitcoin and we're going to see that big run up. For me, I think Ethereum has got a massive upside. It's touched that all-time high. There's obviously these issues around gas fees. And I actually recorded a video earlier today on something called gas farming, which I'm going to post tomorrow. It's really quite fascinating. Stefano and Jordan are looking closely at this. I'd encourage everyone to check that out. Potentially, it's the next big thing after yield farming and so forth. But these gas fees are an issue for Ethereum to reach that 20K level. I don't think that would come purely off the back of speculation and institutional investment. I definitely see Bitcoin soaring because investors get that. We're going to see those pension funds, mutual funds, etc., come in. Ethereum, for me, we've still got to see that growth and the usability to reach those sort of figures. 5 to 10K Ethereum is very realistic for me this year. 20.
Yeah, it's the same for me, but it's what we said in the beginning. It's institutional investors that probably will drive these prices. Institutional investors at the moment are looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum. I think Grayscale even opened a fund for Chainlink at the moment, but I don't know for sure. But the cool stuff I find is that Micah Saylor, I think from MicroStrategy, they are now in the first week of February, he's doing an event for more than 1,000 CEOs of all the big companies, and he is giving away his playbook for free.
Correct.
How we exchange all his reserve assets into Bitcoin. If this guy is going to give this playbook for free, like the manual to all those other CEOs of these huge companies, believe me, they will see the results. They will see and create FOMO because of this, and they will all start to exchange a small part of the reserve assets into Bitcoin, I think. Because
for me, I mean that one there's a biggie. I mean that guy has understood how the dollar has been debased here. I think he's put a figure of I've heard him talk 15%. You've got to be beating 15% with over the cash rate at the moment to be making any profit. I heard him say yesterday 25%. So he's really educating those institutional players on putting their treasury into Bitcoin. That's fantastic. I think at the moment we're seeing a little bit of wait and see from these institutional players around how the Biden government will handle things. I think that's only natural.
Positive.
Hey?
I said in one of my videos, but it slipped out of my mouth. I also said, but he almost looks dead, this Biden guy. And then my wife, I was walking with my wife, and she's like, "Yeah, but he's very old." I said, "Yeah, we are old, but we don't look dead." It's like, but I think he is positive at the moment. He's assigning certain crypto-minded people to very important roles when it comes to the
Correct.
monetary issues in America. So even this Janet Yellen, I really love that, because I think Janet Yellen, she was the Treasury Secretary or something, and the first thing she did was, "No, I don't believe in crypto, and I don't know if Bitcoin, and it's all like, it doesn't sum up." And the day after, she came with an interview completely positive. I really imagine Biden calling this woman, "Hey, Janet, what are you doing on your first working day?" And she's like, "Why? Why are you talking negative about the evolution of money?" And then Janet will be, "Oh, no, sorry, Mr. Biden." And the day after, she was like, "I think cryptocurrency can be very positive for the evolution of the monetary system." I'm like, you can already see the movement of the United States into adapting cryptocurrencies. Even now in Davos, we have the World Economic Forum, 2 days of the old days. Again, they were talking about Bitcoin. They are calling it restructuring the digital currencies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
of
well,
course,
Janet came out with that the classic, being used for terrorist financing on literally on her first day. I mean,
how stupid can you be? But she was stabbed. She was stabbed on the fingers when
I
she.
think so. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, look, as you say, it's on the agenda at Davos, and so it should be. I think another thing that people sort of miss the point. These big institutions, that they're obliged to take positions when the market cap of certain assets reaches a certain level. You and I were doing a live show the other day, and we passed $1 trillion. It's pulled back just below that at the moment, but they're big figures. Everyone's talking in terms of Bitcoin surpassing gold. I think it's actually important to remember that while gold might have a $10 trillion market cap, it's actually more like five or half of that that's actually traded. So as we go through the gears here, up to a $2 trillion market cap, I think we're that real adoption from institutions is going to be massive. We still haven't seen the ease of actually coming into the space for retail investors. It's
Yeah.
still difficult,
Yes.
Didi. I've been holding hands for the last few weeks, and I've had people's banks call up while I'm sitting next to them, cancelling their or blocking their credit cards as they're buying crypto. So this sort of thing still exists. But
Yeah.
in Singapore, you're going to be able to buy, you can go online and buy crypto from your bank. That's imminent. It's about to happen in the US as well. That is only doing this to the price when that on ramp is simple.
Even if if PayPal goes live all over the world, then we will see the same. And what you were just saying, the market cap, Sean. Yes, look, this is like the stock to flow market value. It's just data. You can see. This is the silver. This is the diamonds. This is the gold. This is the real estate market cap.
Yep.
If we are on track with Bitcoin, it will take a couple of years, maybe to 2030, that we reach this market cap. If we just keep following this growth curve, we already are almost swallowing silver, diamonds, and gold, and then it's natural because people will understand that there will only be 21 million bitcoins, and if we keep growing this curve because of the halvings and everything, for me it's very obvious, but for a lot of new people, it's still a little bit scary. I think that's
Yeah, I mean, the other thing I've had an economist on recently, and looking at the big macro factors, but for me it's also fascinating. Just that everyday interaction with people. I've got these young cousins running around who own crypto. I think there's this level of society that have actually taken to crypto. So many people have missed out on buying a house. It's just beyond people's reach, and that's actually only going to get even more difficult with the amount of money being printed. If you're already in real estate or you own a lot of equities, you're going to be fine. The rich are getting richer, but I think a lot of that sort of lower 30% of people in the economy, they are taking that time to understand crypto as something they can get into. Who the hell, what millennials buying gold for God's sake? That ain't happening. We're now got the high net worth individuals coming in. We've got institutions coming in. Yeah, it's a runaway train at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah, did you see? Wait, John, I want to share this one with you. I don't know if you saw it, but I really like this one. Give me one sec. This one, I tweeted yesterday. Um, I Plan B. I
Yep.
created now Plan D, which stands for Plan Didi. Get Sell all luxury stuff, house included. Go all into Bitcoin. Minimize your monthly costs by living on a cheap tropical island. Live life and wait for the next bull run top. Exchange your Bitcoin to a stable coin at the top. Buy back more Bitcoin at the bottom, and repeat from number 4. And then this guy gave me a really good add-on. He's like, "No, Didi, you're doing it wrong. Number 6 should be as number 5, exchange your Bitcoin to a stablecoin, and 6 should be get high yield on the stablecoin and live off the interest whilst waiting for the bottom, and then buy back your Bitcoin." So this is Plan B. So you just make a screenshot and do Plan B, Plan D, and you will be okay. And by the way, Sean, about the family token you were asking me, yes, we got listed on CoinGecko. And you can see indeed, yeah, the price is moving up and down, because there was a question, I think, earlier about the Bitcoin, about the family token, how it can increase and go down in value, because the liquidity is, of course, made by Ethereum, by the Ethereum pair. And when Ethereum moves up, then the family token moves up a little bit with it as well.
Right.
We are at the moment have a total liquidity of $214,000 US. The family price is around $0.34. But we started around like $4, I think, at the beginning, 2 months ago. So there was a lot of growth in family token, and that is also because we give rewards to people that provide us liquidity. So we built a real community. So that's what I. So you can see the pool tokens are now 310,000 families, and it's about 82 Ethereum in the liquidity. So you can see the movements every day. So it's all there on info.uniswap.com. You can see everything about the family token. And of course, since today, also on CoinGecko, which is really cool. I love geckos, by the way. I miss Thailand.
Fantastic. I want my own coin. Jealous.
You should have a HardForking coin. Why don't you do it? It's a social coin. You can use it as a very nice way to incentivize your community.
I think it's fascinating seeing the likes of yourself and Investor, launching these tokens. I'm doing some work at the moment with a friend of mine who's sort of building the channels for security token offerings. I'm also securitizing the equity in HardForking. That's actually going to be a security token and equity, as opposed to a utility token like yours. But yep, maybe in the future, Didi. Who knows? Maybe in 50 years, people are buying beers in Copenhagen with our tokens.
Yeah, maybe we will, in 50 years, we will have like a lot of social money all over the world, all communities using different social money, decentralized versions of peer-to-peer cash that we can interactively exchange with each other all over the world, depending on which community you are. We don't know what is going to happen. That's why I always say I just try to enjoy life every day and build, a little bit more, and make sure that we, as a community, are able to make a small difference in this world. Share some positivity. And what we
Didi, question here. Well, Samuel says trading crypto has allowed him to buy a house. Well done, Samuel. Crypto, love it. Could you maybe just touch more on the utility of the family token, Didi? What are people using it for?
So at the moment, the family token, I started to use the family token as social money, which means I just wanted to change the way of appreciation of the content we created as YouTube influencers, of YouTube creators. So normally the model works like this. I create a YouTube video, the community watches it, I get income from YouTube, and the people that spend time in watching my content, they don't earn shit. It costs them time. So I was like, this is not fair. I want to change this. I want to make it possible for me to incentivize people for watching my content. I'm thankful that people watch the Bitcoin family content. I'm thankful that people become member of the Bitcoin family community. So what I started to do is I started to hide QR codes in my YouTube videos, that if people scan those QR codes, they earn family tokens. Even if it was like 2 family tokens, it's still 25 cents for watching a YouTube video. So that is how it all started. I wanted to incentivize people for, doing what they do. And then by creating this fund on the back end that would be filled with all the projects that we were starting, by creating a community, I could help other people. So that is the only utility there is. There is no utility for me to become rich. There's no utility for the people that buy family to become rich. It is mostly used for helping as a community change the world by launching really cool projects in a decentralized way, very transparent way.
Mhm.
So this fund that we will be launching this year will be completely transparent and open book. You can see what comes in fees, everything, and what goes out. We are going to assign ambassadors all over the world that will be able to share those funds with those people that need it locally. So we are going to do it as a big Bitcoin family. Won't be any centralized fix. So that is utility of the family token. And at the moment, of course, there is a lot of interest. So yes, some people are providing liquidity so that they get some interest on their money, which they don't get on banks. This is the whole DeFi industry. It's built on DeFi industry. This is how
Yep.
people and why people stake. And you can stake family token by providing liquidity. And the market cap that we have will only be used at the moments we need to use it for to set up some small projects. We're not going to withdraw any liquidity out of it because it's not needed. We will withdraw the liquidity out of the projects we start, like the trading fees, like all that stuff, the sales of these hoodies, the sales of the t-shirts, everything will go a percentage into this fund.
Yep.
So we don't need to withdraw liquidity out of family token. We take it out of the projects. And that will make sure, in my opinion, that the family token will keep moving in the correct way. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't even say that. I think that's like chilling your own project. That's terrible, Didi. You can't chill your own project. But that's what we are trying to build, and it's succeeding at the moment. It's growing at the moment, and more and more people start to understand it. And that's why I think we are growing slowly. I don't want to
Yep.
grow fast. It's just that's all I can say about it. And we are
Fantastic.
family. Do you know the
Yep.
song? Can you remember the song? We are family. Da, 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 da. I think that should be the song of of the family token shop.
The Bitcoin family taking over the world. You're gonna have your own song, Didi.
There is already one Didi Bam Bam song. Did you see that one on YouTube? Did you see it? Serious, you didn't? Sean, come on, wait.
Have you got a link?
I will give you
the notes.
I will I will give you the link. I thought you already knew. Hey,
Oh,
Sean, the song is
maybe I
already
have, Didi.
Yeah, it's already
But
listed on
if you got
Spotify.
got a link, send it to me. I'll put it below the video.
It's already really, it's already listed on Spotify. It's already listed on iTunes. It's already listed on all these platforms. Yeah, the song is officially live on Spotify and everything. The song
Really?
is called the song is called "Hodl My Bitcoins." I hodl my Bitcoins here. I hodl my Bitcoins there. I hodl my Bitcoins fucking everywhere. It's a really cool song. It was written by Lore Olivas. No, it was written by me. I wrote the text, but Lore Olivas, one of the subscribers of the community, saw
Oh, I
this.
remember. Yes, I did talk to you about this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
it's live now. It's live everywhere. Really cool. And the next song is coming up very soon as well. But that will be more like a Kopangan DJ house song. So that one is really cool. That's like bam and to the moon and all that stuff in a very up tempo beat song. So yeah. And I got an offer
Awesome.
now to create a rap song as well. So maybe you and I can do a rap song.
I'm well known for my rapping, Didi. So count me in. Count me in, my friend. I'm all over it. I do miss you, mate. I'm looking forward to seeing you again in person. Hopefully, at some point this year. Any update on the family's movements? I suppose it's quite difficult for anyone to plan anything right now.
It's really difficult at the moment for me to say what we are going to do, because we are really on this. Um, we are doubting. We are really doubting. We would love, of course, to travel further now from Portugal, but Portugal is also in a small lockdown of two.
Oh, really?
Oh, 1 second. Sorry, I need to stop something. 1 second. Um, so it's difficult, but our dream still is to drive around the world with this. Is it you or is it me? I hear like,
I think it might be you.
it was me. Sorry.
Did you open your
Yeah,
song?
I closed YouTube. So our dream is still to travel around the world with this Bitcoin car, and we have this car now, and we have sponsors that are helping us to reach our dream as well. Of course, we could use the family funds as well, but we don't want to use that one. We are going to do this separate of the whole Bitcoin family, and we would love to drive with this car to those areas in the world where we will be setting up these projects physically ourselves. I don't
Yep.
want to give money or give family tokens, whatever. I just also want to help physically. So that is still our dream. The dream now is a little bit difficult to fulfill because of the whole lockdown situation and all the flu situation everywhere. So we are figuring out. Maybe we will stay a little bit longer in Portugal at the moment.
Mhm.
I got an offer to build a blockchain community here in Portugal, which is really cool because we want to build a ecological, self-sufficient eco village in Portugal. So there is a Dutch company creating these beautiful pop-up houses, let's say like this, but then self-sufficient. And they contacted me. They were like, Didi, can we build something like you're building in House of DAO in Kopangan in Thailand and in Blockchain Valley in Bulgaria? Can we do something together with you in Portugal as well? So I'm thinking of creating a small village here in Portugal with these pop-up houses, but they will be all there so that we can create events around it, educate people on crypto, educate people in blockchain, host companies here to create blockchain
Mm.
projects for the future. So create another community like House of DAO, but now in Portugal. And then of course with sponsorships of Binance, for example, Binance get a Binance house, Bybit gets a Bybit house, Bitcoin gets a Bitcoin house, Litecoin Foundation, a Litecoin Foundation house. So these houses will be built in the colors of these projects, and they will be funding these projects as well, so that all the events that take place there, is like a huge event where sponsors pay money to have a shield, or how do you call it again, a banner or something. But now our
Mhm.
whole house will be Binance minded. But it's just completely at the beginning. It's just an idea, and we are working on it. We are already creating the pictures and everything now, and so I'm doing a lot, Sean. So as a family, we could end up in Kopangan again to support House of DAO,
Mhm.
also support Paid Network. Paid Network from Carl. I became ambassador for them. It's growing tremendously. So we could go
Oh, really?
to
Okay.
yes, they launched on Uniswap this week. I think they have already a volume of more than 20 million in the first 2 days.
Really?
Yeah, that one is really taking off. It's really, really taking off. Paidnetwork.com. Sorry, I'm shilling this project, but I really like what they are doing. They launched on Uniswap this week, and it's really, there's a lot of volume, and it's becoming a very big project.
I
So
know
it could
Carl
be
absolutely lives and breathes crypto, so I'll check out that project. Hey,
24/7, and he was I saw Carl in the times before in Copenhagen when we did parties and everything together, but the last I think 12 months, he kind of changed into a workaholic. I saw him working 24/7 on Paid Network, and people were telling me he is only working, and it's just a very positive guy. He's a lot of love, and I think he now just hit the nail with this project, and it's a really cool
okay.
project, and you can see this in the volume at the moment. A lot of people believe it, and a lot of people see what he's building. So Kopangan still for me has my heart. It was the first video that we
I
ever
miss
did
it.
together on Kopangan. I miss it. I miss even the crowbar, the shabby thing of Chris, but I miss Kopangan and a lot of projects there I'm building. But I don't want to go in the lockdown with my family for 2 weeks in a hotel in Thailand. So the moment Thailand
Yeah.
opens up, we could be going to Thailand as well. But maybe we will take this Bitcoin mobile, the Bitcoin car here, from here all the way to Thailand. We will drive again, through Switzerland to Turkey, to Slovenia, to Turkey, and then all the way through India into Thailand. That would
I
be
was going to say,
our
I know you guys love to be on the move. I mean, you've been in Portugal for
yeah.
quite a while now. How's the family dealing with it? Are they happy to be in one place for this long, or?
Yeah, that's the sad part.
Oh, actually, so it's just you that likes to keep moving all the time.
No, the family loves to move as well, but we decided as a family to start to slow travel a little bit more. It's not like we did we used to go 1 week here, 1 week there, 1 week there, and now we are like we spent 4 months in Thailand. Now we are spending 4 months in Portugal, and then the next
Mm,
4 months maybe in Turkey, and that because we want to really get connections with the community. And I I find it really beautiful that if I see that every time I live somewhere, now we live as a family here in Portugal, we build a new community
Mm.
and I get more people in adopting Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The beach bar, the fish restaurant, the sailing crew club, they all accept Bitcoin now. So I can live my life with
Mm.
Bitcoins. And every time we move and stay some longer, we have the ability to create these communities. And
Yeah.
so that's why we slow
Didi,
travel.
sorry to interrupt you, but one thing that popped in my head the other day, I was, looking at some friends whose kids just haven't been in school for so long with these lockdowns, and obviously you've homeschooled your children for a number of years now.
Yeah.
I think that's quite an interesting story there. I know you had some sort of reality TV companies coming in, and obviously travel restrictions sort of held that up. But I think what you've done with your children, I've been around them for quite a while and seen, their diligence. They're always studying. But I think for so many people now, your story would be so interesting to see how you've helped motivate your children to do that, because that's kind of become the norm for so many families now, to have these kids at home having to
Yeah.
effectively homeschool.
Yeah,
So any sort of comments, from people watching that, how do you get your kids to actually?
it's it's like it's a mindset. I can say it like this. In my vision, and probably also in your vision, Sean, um, is the world is changing very fast, and I think we are going to see a faster change than we saw the internet creating. And
Yeah.
my opinion, we should prepare our kids for the future and not for the past. And that is why
Mm.
I homeschool our kids and prepare them for the future. If you look back at all the events that we have seen on in Davos, on the World Economic Forum, and the speakers, I've been analyzing a lot of them, and you can see that a lot of people are expecting to take that AI will take over the next 5 to 10 years. We won't be working in fabrics anymore. Robots will be working. We won't be working at DHL anymore. Robots are working. We won't deliver packages as DHL delivery person anymore. Robots or drones will be delivering. A lot of jobs are going to be replaced by artificial intelligence.
Mm.
Why would you prepare the kids still for those jobs
Yeah.
when you know that the kids need other tools to be successful in the future? And the
Mm.
only thing that kids and makes human different from artificial intelligence is emotional. So we think as a family it's very important to improve the emotional intelligence of a kid. Make it creative, because a robot can be creative. A robot can only do what you tell him to do and repeat and can learn but cannot become creative. So we need to focus on getting creativity in the kids and kids finding their passion and evolve this into a creativity, because that is what
Mm.
we will miss for the future. We will have all kids that want to be a doctor, but who are we to think that we can still use doctors in the future? This will
Mm.
be very precise robotic arms doing operations. It's not going to be jobs anymore. And I think that is what everything is now pointing to. If you look at everything what is happening, the decentralizing of the world, artificial intelligence stepping in, your refrigerator already ordering your groceries at a supermarket, which will be then paid by cryptocurrency in the future, probably backed up by the digital gold Bitcoin. Maybe even you will use the central bank's digital currency, or the artificial intelligence will do this. This is the future. Cars, taxi drivers, they won't exist anymore.
Yep.
A car will be driving self without a driver all over the world. You can just push a button on your telephone, get into the car, drop you on place B, get out of the car. It will be paid with cryptocurrency. All this is the future. So we need to prepare our kids for this future. And it's a very long story. And that's why we think, yeah, that preparing for the past is useless. And now people get to see that if you want to learn your kids more about the vision you have as a parents, you should attend more time to your kids. You should not drop your baby at 9 months at daycare and at 4 years at a school to get their heads filled with information from the past. And then the next step is that they need to remember all this data about the Second World War, about all that stuff. To For what? We live in
Mm.
a we live at different times. My kids, of course, we teach them to write and to read and to do calculations. But if I tell my daughter, you need to remember how what kind of formula it is in math works. She's like, Dad, man, I have Siri. I ask Siri, how much is 1 million divided by 7 times 44 divided by 0.3? And I have the answer in 2 seconds. Why should I learn this out of the top of my head if I know how to creatively use the sources we have? So there's a lot of story about it. So sorry, I'm talking too long again. It's getting a too long show for you.
No, I think your ladies are absolutely fantastic, well-rounded young woman now. Yeah, I know a lot of people are really struggling, having all stuck at home together with, especially with the kids, and a lot of them have missed a year's education now, with another year ahead potentially of that. So yeah, I mean your story once again, I think, sort of a shining light on that front. So I'm sure most of the people that are watching or will watch this do know who you are. But if you don't, there's a link below to Didi's channel. Get over there, check it out. He makes fantastic daily content. If you are trading, I'm going to be using the BAM indicator as of next week. So you'll be able to follow my progress there. And yeah, as I say, I've got some friends that have joined your community. They're very impressed with your Discord, the amount of support that happens there, and just the people that are involved in general. Obviously, you got the family token. Get over and learn a bit more about that as well, people. So, Didi, thank you, sir. What are you up to today? You back down on the beach to make another video shortly?
Yeah, I had a very lazy wake up this morning because I didn't expect to be listed on CoinGecko. So my whole mailbox and Telegram and everything is full with people that want to be community members and that want to have us listed on exchanges, blah blah blah.
Wow.
So I'm
Exciting.
very happy that I could do this live with you today. I probably, it's very exciting, but also very it's unknown terrain for me. So I need to update my knowledge on all that stuff. So it will be a busy weekend. But today, I think, and later this day, I will go into the beach, make another video, a short one, and then try to get ahead of everything I see popping up all the time in my telephone and my screen at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, my friend, a pleasure. It's getting late in the evening here, and you're just beginning your day, so do enjoy it, and we'll speak again in the very near future.
Thank you again for having me. And if you know one of the mayors or like the president of New Zealand, can you arrange with him that we come there because there is no lockdown? Is there something possible? Just, we will stay there for 2 months or 3 months.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to have you here. I mean, it's I have to remind myself every day to, just appreciate it. It was looking like we might get locked down again yesterday, but that seems to have alleviated. I'm just loving not having to wear a freaking mask and check in everywhere I go. And obviously, as you know, I spent a good chunk of last year completely by myself. So it's great to see family and friends back here and get out and run around like a lunatic in a paddock, which is what we do. Fun.
Okay, man. Thanks so much. Give my love and greets to all your family, Sean, over there, and tell them we are coming.
Didi. They're all dying to meet you in person, mate. So we'll make it happen at some point this year, whether it's New Zealand, Portugal, or Thailand. They're all three very good options.
Yeah. New
all right,
Zealand
my friend.
Really nice.
So BAM indicator for me from next week, people. I'll certainly be showing you my trades and how I get on there. And as I say, do follow Didi's channel. His Twitter link and YouTube's are below. And check out the BAM indicator if you think it's for you. I'm certainly using it myself. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you all.